Hey there, my fellow anglers and fishing enthusiasts. Your friend and expert, always ready to share the secrets of the water, is here with another crucial forecast. Today, we're diving deep into what January 3rd, 2026 has in store for us across the beautiful waters of Ireland. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. January, it's cold, but trust me, this day holds some unique opportunities and challenges that we absolutely need to talk about. We've got a full moon, a bit of winter chill, and some classic Irish resilience that could just lead to a memorable catch. Stick around because by the end of this you'll know exactly how to turn a cold winter's day into a hot fishing session. Let's get right into the heart of the matter. What's biting and where to find them? Based on the conditions, we're looking at a day that favors the patient and prepared angler. First up, and always a winter favorite, is the pike. These freshwater predators don't mind the cold one bit. On January 3rd, they'll be actively cruising the larger loughs and slower-moving rivers across Ireland. Look for them in deeper water, particularly along drop-offs, weed beds that are still holding structure, and submerged features like old river bends or sunken trees. Why there? Because the colder water pushes their prey into more stable, deeper zones, and pike follow. For tackle, a sturdy spinning rod with a medium-heavy action is ideal. My recommendation for lures would be larger soft plastic baits on a heavy jig head, slow fished along the bottom, or big, slow-moving wobblers. Dead bait like a small roach or mackerel fished on a ledger rig can be incredibly effective when pike are less inclined to chase fast-moving lures. Remember, a slow retrieve is key in cold water. Let the bait do the work. Next, for those dedicated and brave enough, we have the majestic Atlantic salmon, specifically the early-running springers. January 1st marks the opening of salmon season on a handful of Ireland's iconic rivers, like the Drowse in the northwest. These fish are true fighters and are often some of the largest of the season. You'll need to target deeper pools and runs, especially those with good holding water after any recent rains. Fly fishing with heavy flies or spinning with classic salmon lures like Toby or Flying Sea can be productive. The key here is patience and understanding your chosen river. These early fish are often moving through, so it's about being in the right place at the right time. Finally, let's talk about the Yatties sea fish. Along the Irish coast, species like cod and whiting are certainly on the cards. While many sea species are harder to catch in winter, cod fishing can be excellent, especially on the south coast after a good storm has stirred up the seabed. Whiting and coalfish are also readily available from beaches. Bass, although more challenging, can be caught year-round, with bait fishing being the preferred method in winter. Head to sandy beaches or rocky headlands, particularly where there's a good surf running. Simple bottom rigs with lugworm, ragworm, or strips of mackerel are your best bet. The relatively warmer sea temperatures, thanks to the Gulf Stream, mean these coastal opportunities are always there, even in the depths of winter. Now let's break down the conditions for January 3rd, 2026. Weather. We're looking at a classic Irish winter's day. Air temperatures will be quite chilly, with highs around 2 to 3 degrees Celsius and dipping down to -3 or -4 degrees Celsius overnight. Expect a chance of very light snow, maybe just a dusting of 0.1 centimeter in places, which will certainly add to the winter wonderland feel. The wind will be blowing a moderate breeze around 15 to 20 kilometers per hour, generally from the southeast or east. Atmospheric pressure is looking fairly stable, hovering around 1007 to 1011 hectopascals, which is usually a good sign for fishing activity. Water temperature. Inland lakes and rivers will be cold, likely in the 4 to 6 degrees Celsius range. Coastal sea temperatures, however, will be a bit milder, averaging between 7.6 and 9.8 degrees Celsius, thanks to the Atlantic Gulf Stream. This is a crucial factor, as it means coastal fish remain relatively active. Moon phase. And here's an exciting detail. January 3rd, 2026, brings us a magnificent full moon. Often known as the wolf moon, the moon will be 100% illuminated, Many anglers believe the full moon can stimulate fish activity, sometimes leading to more aggressive feeding, especially during twilight hours or at night for some species. It's certainly a factor that can add a little extra magic to your session. Overall, fish activity. Given the cold air but stable pressure and the full moon, overall fish activity will be challenging, but with potential for good bites. The cold temperatures mean fish will be less active generally, but specific predators like pike and early salmon, along with hardy sea species, will still be feeding, albeit often in deeper, more stable environments. The key is to slow down your presentation and be prepared for subtle takes. It's a day for the dedicated, but those who put in the effort could be handsomely rewarded. So, my friends, while January 3rd, 2026 isn't going to be a throw a line anywhere and catch fish kind of day, it's certainly not one to stay home from. With the right tactics and a bit of determination, you could land a fantastic winter specimen. I wish you all tight lines and glorious catches. May you have nothing but fish with tails and scales. If you found this forecast helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more tips and predictions, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out. And tell me in the comments below, what are your plans for fishing this winter? What's your go-to bait or lure when it's cold? I love hearing your stories and tips. Happy fishing, everyone.